Hi, I'm Aanchal Bansal, Director Window Magic. I'm into family business. As family, we are into multiple businesses, doors and windows, oil and gas, polymers. Let me ask you all a very simple question. How many of you think that success is a straight line? You know, study hard, get the right degree, just follow the plan. Eventually, everything will fall into place. That is what most of us are taught, right? I also believed it for a very long time until I realized that it is not the truth. When we look at industries, large scale operations, growth, opportunities, we often talk about numbers. For example, Indian fenestration industry was valued at $2.85 billion in 2023 and is expected to grow significantly by 2032. Sounds impressive, right? But behind these growing industries are people. People who are trying to build future, people who are trying to build career and even build startups. But what no one tells you is what happens if your first plan doesn't work. When I was your age, I used to think that successful people have everything figured out, their direction, their goal, their vision. But my journey never looked the same. It had detours, it had setbacks. I pursued CA, I dropped it. I explored other paths, but I was not able to get success. Honestly, at that point in time, I never knew what I wanted to do. All I knew was I wanted my life to be meaningful and independent. Independent financially and intellectually. And this desire gave me a direction. I come from a business family. Conversations around money, work, responsibility were a part of my upbringing. My father started working at the age of 14. He's worked every single day of the week. His passion shaped how I looked at effort. My mother, she shaped how I looked at belief. If you want to do something, there is no limit. I was taught financial literacy at a very early age through a very simple thing, pocket money. Where did you spend? How much did you spend? How much did you save? These small lessons stayed with me. Later in life, when I got married, I entered a new environment. The transition was not as simple as it looks today. I was surrounded with people with far more experience. So, in the industry, when the conversations happened about technicalities, large scale operations, numbers, commercial negotiations, I always had questions. Will I be heard? Will I be taken seriously? Will I be able to understand the technical terms? Will I be able to negotiate? I had moments of self doubt. That is when I realized that leadership is not about position, it is about perception, trust, and growth. You cannot be a leader for yourself, you have to be a leader for your team. And in order to build something meaningful, you need to have a team. When I joined the business, the numbers at which we were operating are drastically different than what we are operating today. But I have not done this alone. It was my team. Together, we could take our company international. And this is what I have learned, that in leadership, you earn respect. Now, when we talk about leadership, success, responsibilities, there is one more responsibility which we have as individuals, as professionals, as businesses. Responsibility towards society. The products we get in the market, the choices we make, the systems we create, everything has an impact. And responsibility without success is incomplete. Now, this brings me back to the same question. What is success? If success is not a straight line, then what is it? We need to redefine success. For some people, success is balance. For some people, it is an achievement. For some, it is ability to support the family. For me, success is to create the right balance between the family and be able to support my clients and my teams meaningfully. Success has no definition. It is personal. But you need to define success, else you will be chasing someone else's variation. I've also learned to think as leader, it is not important that you have the answers to all the questions. If you answer your team every time, then they will be dependent on you. Let them think, guide them, let them make mistakes, correct their mistakes. That is how future leaders are built. Growth, whether personal or professional, is never accidental. It comes from consistency. I'm sure there are days when you don't want to show up. You don't feel like the things are not falling into place, but that is the time when you have to show up. I started with a simple exercise. I note down what is to be done during the day. And by the end of the day, I reflect upon it. A simple exercise. But over the years, it has given me a direction. Now, between responsibilities, work, family, there is a very important thing which we all forget. Prioritize. Whom? Yourself. It is very important to prioritize yourself. Take out 10 minutes. Be close to nature. Think, question, reflect. These simple exercises during the day, they help shape 24 hours of your life. Before we conclude, there is one more thing which I want to say. During this journey of success, we often fail to acknowledge the people who are a part of this journey. Your family, your kids, your partners. I am incredibly grateful for mine. So today when you leave this room, take a moment and acknowledge yours. If there are certain key takeaways which you want from my journey, success is not a straight line. There will be moments when you would see that things are not falling into place. But that does not mean that you are lost. It just means that you are carving your own path. Just be consistent, define success for yourself, build team. You cannot work without team. Stay grounded. I would only like to say that success is not a straight line. It is a journey which we create. Thank you.